Good morning, welcome to our Advent devotion. Today's Bible reading is from John 15 verse 11. I have told you these things so that you will be filled with my joy. Yes, your joy will overflow. The carol we will be reflecting on this morning is Joy to the World. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Joy to the World wasn't written as a Christmas carol. In fact, it wasn't a song until 100 years after its initial words were penned within a poem. Then again, the poem was based on words composed thousands of years before. So how exactly did one of the most beloved Christmas carols originate? So what is the story behind the song? Isaac Watts was an English minister in the early 1700s, writing around 750 hymns. In 1719, he wrote a book of poems based on the Psalms, titled The Psalms of David, imitated in the language of the New Testament and applied to the Christian state and worship. As his lengthy subtitle reveals, he wanted his readers to see Old Testament passages through a New Testament perspective. As it relates to Joy to the World, Watts longed to see people to see Jesus as their King. Consequently, he used Psalm 98, 7 to verse 9, and as inspiration for his poem. Let the sea roar and all that fills it, the world and those who dwell in it. Let the rivers clap their hands, let the hills sing for joy together before the Lord. For he comes to judge the earth, he will judge the world with righteousness. Joy to the World was written 100 years after Isaac had written his book. It is adapted of Psalm 98 from Isaac Watts' book. So let's share the wonders. The last verse of Joy to the World says, He rules the world with truth and grace, and makes the nations prove the glories of his righteousness, and wonders of his love, and wonders of his love, and wonders of his love. When we sing Joy to the World, we're called to remember that Jesus isn't just a baby whose birth we celebrate at Christmas. Rather, he's the King of Christmas. Isaac Watts wanted people to understand that this King rules the world with the truth and grace. But it's our job to help others know the wonders of love. People need to experience those wonders in our service and know God's love for them. People need to experience joy at Christmas and all year round, and we all desperately need Jesus to be our King. People need to experience those wonders in our service and know God's love for them. People need to experience joy at Christmas and all year round, and we all desperately need Jesus to be our King. Jesus told his disciples, These things I have spoken to you, that my joy might be in you, and your joy may be full. John 15 verse 11. He wanted them to have this joy, the joy that comes from choosing God as King. Will you make Jesus the King and live with his joy? And will you share that joy both in word and deed with all you meet? This is how you give joy to the world and worship the King. My prayer for us today is that we may all know the true joy of the world this Christmas time.